Zubair's third question about trading in the Saudi stock market and how do we offer zakat. And this is partly related to Sister Karima's question about the permissibility of such an act, and that is trading in these so-called Islamic shares in the stock market, the Saudi stock market. First of all, they're not all Islamic. The shares of these companies depend on their activities, and it depends also on their financing. So if the activity is halal, in the sense that they sell cement, they sell milk, they sell oil, then this is halal. But if they're financed, and some scholars say that more than 30%, then this becomes a forbidden company to trade in, because it's financed more than 1/3 of it through haram means, and that is by borrowing, by bonds, by this and by that, and all of this is not permissible in Islam. But we're not discussing this. We're talking about companies that are called Islamic, in the sense that they sell milk and they don't finance in riba or with interest. They're self-financed. So this is halal for you to buy their shares. Now, what people do does not justify or forbid a transaction. If a person who's ignorant, who comes, has a load of money, and he opens the internet screen, watches the tadawul, and says, oh, this looks nice, I'll buy 100,000 of this. And a few days later, it plunges and he loses everything. Actually, he's not going to lose everything. He's going to lose 30-40% of what he has. So, if you trade in such companies, halal. You buy the shares, this is halal. And you keep them for 3-4 months, maybe a day or two, and when the price goes up, you sell it. You're actually taking a share of that factory or that company, and you're owning it, and when you want to sell it, you sell it. So this is halal. What is not halal is for people to go blindly, without knowledge, without proper research, and they just buy and sell like the people do. This is tossing your money in the dustbin, and it's like gambling. So I would say that the action is wrong, but the process is halal, which is buying and selling shares. Now, he's asking about the Saudi shares, because in Saudi Arabia, it is mandatory for any company to pay zakat. So now, it's a law in Saudi Arabia that all companies must pay zakah. And this is one of the greatest things about Saudi Arabia, alhamdulillah, that they are implementing Sharia to the best of their ability. So, saying this, it depends on your intention. If you are buying these shares as part of an investment, I'm not selling and buying. I bought shares in Nadic company, for example, or in a Rajhi bank, and I took a big share in that, and I'm leaving it. And every year they give us the dividends and the profits, and I take this, and I'm keeping it. If this is the case, there is no zakah, because they're paying the zakah of my share as well. But if I'm buying and selling, and I'm watching the monitor, okay, now it's time to sell, I'm going to buy in another company, and then buy, no, this becomes urud al-tijara. This becomes something that is like a merchandise or items to be sold and bought. In this case, every single year, you have to evaluate all the stocks you have, how much they are valued today, and give 2.5% as zakat. And I hope this answers the question.